Holy crap, can you believe it's already March? Yeah, me neither. We're a sixth of the way through the year and it feels like the year just started. I guess time really does fly when you're having fun. Hey, I'm author and vlogger Garrett K. Jones, and at the start of March, I'm kicking things off with updates and a brand new top 10 list. Hey, happy Saturday. How's it going, everybody? So last week was Leap Day, and not only did I have an extra special episode of Forming Fantasy, but I also did a live stream Q&A on YouTube. If you want, you can check out that video by clicking the card that just popped up above my head. Now, before I go any further with today's video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for notifications on new videos. You can select notifications on all videos, or you can set those notifications for occasional videos according to your preferences. So in reviewing the live stream from last week, I want to say that I had a great time and I received some really amazing questions that popped up in the live chat. Now, some of them got a little off topic, but for the most part, I enjoyed fielding these questions about world building, character development, and writing yourself out of a dead end. That was a good question, in fact. Now, during the live stream, I did provide an update on the progress for both Book 5 and the audiobook. In short, I'm in the process of editing Chapter 7, which is 10,000 words by itself, and the audiobook is currently on an indefinite hiatus until further notice. This week I wanted to provide a new top 10 list. Now, I don't know about you, but in the last few years, between all of the research and reading that I did for graduate school and all of the research I've done for work, I've kind of been ruined for reading actual books, paper books, even though I love reading. So audiobooks have become my saving grace in this way. So this month's top 10 list is my top 10 audiobook recommendations on Audible. These titles are coming out of my own personal library, so I've taken the time to list them here, and I love them. At number 10, I have the Harry Potter franchise. I couldn't actually just pick one title out of the 7 books. I could, but I feel like the whole run of it is just so fantastically produced that I enjoyed it. On top of that, Jim Dale's narration is so superb because his rendition of Hagrid sounds so spot on to Robbie Coltrane. You could listen to The Sorcerer's Stone in the time that it takes to drive from Sacramento to San Diego. At number 9, Spy Secrets That Can Save Your Life, written and narrated by Jason Hansen. Have you ever wondered how good spies survive in the midst of some of the most dangerous experiences? Well, Jason Hansen has got some answers for you. His book uses real CIA-tested techniques to survive dangerous encounters that could happen to you in the real world. Hansen is a retired agent of the CIA, so many of the tips and tricks that he gives come from his own experiences, or they come from actual cases that have been recently declassified by the government. While the delivery is a little dry in some parts, the context of the book is really good for anyone who's into survivalist and home prepping trends. At number 8, I have If It Bleeds, a collection of short stories based on the Predator franchise and curated by author Jonathan Mayberry. I'm a big fan of this franchise, and I thought it was pretty fantastic how well it was put together. Different authors work on different stories. There's another collection based on the Aliens franchise that I considered putting on here, but I just enjoyed If It Bleeds a bit more. Now, the stories cover different periods of history in which the titular alien safari hunter comes to Earth in search of human prey. My personal favorite in this book involves the death of a major general during the Civil War, but no spoilers. And at number 7, The Grown-Up's Guide to Dinosaurs, written and narrated by Ben Garrett. This was a fun and very quick listen, less than 2 hours long, and it was really cool to kind of get back into that mindset when I was a kid, learning all those big dinosaur names. Because, If you want to see just how well a small kid can repeat a 7-syllable word, having them memorize dinosaur names is probably the best way. I'm looking forward to doing that with my kids. Now, piggybacking off of that dinosaur motif, at number 6, I have Jurassic Park, that awesome Michael Crichton classic. The audiobook I downloaded is narrated by Scott Brick, whose leveled performance makes the jarring Cretaceous action even more visceral. Don't get me wrong, I love the original film from 1993, but why couldn't we have that film adaptation of the actual book? Go for that hard R rating because, man, it would be a much better reboot than dealing with all the subpar sequels that we have had over the last few years. I'm looking at you, Jurassic Park 3.
Alan.
At number 5, I have Altered Carbon. Now, I know I've mentioned this title before, but the audiobook is such a tight, gripping, neo-noir detective cyberpunk story. Of the 3 books in the series that follow Takeshi Kovacs, this story in particular is the best of the trilogy. Give it a listen. Now, at number 4, I have The Minuteman, written by Greg Donahue, narrated by Jonathan Davis. Have you ever wondered what was taking place in parts of the United States just before the onset of World War II? Well, I know I have. Especially what was going on with the Jewish community living right here in the United States. The Minuteman follows the life and career of an enforcer and professional boxer working for the Jewish mob in Newark, New Jersey. Now, I dare call this man a hero, not something I normally do in reference to anybody who is working for organized crime, but he helped prevent the Nazis from getting a solid foothold in the United States, so it's definitely worth a listen. At number 3, Strong Ending, an Audible original narrated by Mary Louise Parker. I highly recommend this nonfiction documentary about United States Armed Service personnel coming back from deployment and trying to reintegrate into civilian life while dealing with PTSD through stand-up comedy. There are glimpses of some of the comedy routines performed on stage, and they are both hilarious and a little heartbreaking to hear what some of our men and women in uniform have had to experience. But it is encouraging and uplifting as well. Definitely worth downloading. At number 2, Lullaby by Jonathan Mayberry. This author is at it again, this time as a writer and not a compiler. This half-hour long short story is cryptic and creepy, suspenseful, and incredibly heartbreaking. If you like good thrilling horror, then you will enjoy this book for sure. Now, before I get into the number 1 pick for this month's list, I want to talk to you about Audible. If you aren't using Audible, I really think that you should, because it is probably by far one of the best things that Amazon has provided. Even better than, I think, Fire TV or Prime. For $14.95 a month, not only do you get 1 free credit to use towards the download of any audiobook in their library, you also get access to a bunch of other free content, including 2 additional recommended downloads each month. In fact, it's the second half of the subscription that helps me find a lot of really, really fantastic audiobooks. If you'd like to start a 30-day free trial, then just follow the link down in the description below and you can start yours today. There's no purchase necessary. You just set up your account, you start listening with 1 free credit that you get, and after that it's just $14.95 a month. Alright, here we go. Time for the number 1 pick. The Adventures of Tom Stranger, Interdimensional Insurance Agent. This is by far one of the best short story science fiction pieces I have ever listened to. It is funny, it is self-aware, and it is so tongue-in-cheek that I could not stop myself from literally laughing out loud. I actually listened to this on a drive home from Southern California not too long ago, and I highly recommend it for anyone who just likes a good laugh. It's one of 3 Audible original audiobooks available that focuses on the character of Tom Stranger, a character created by sci-fi author Larry Correia and narrated by Adam Baldwin, who played Colonel Casey on the show Chuck and Jane Cobb on the show Firefly.
Shiny.
Hey, thanks for watching. These have been my top 10 picks for audiobook downloads on Audible. Now, if you'd like to try your own subscription with Audible, please make sure that you click on the link in the description down below to get yourself a free 30-day trial. And if you really like listening to amazing narrators, then check out my podcast, Creator's Corner, which is on platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor.fm. New episodes come out every Monday morning, and in this current season, we're discussing how we as writers break out of the comfort zone and experience all the danger in the danger zone that is writing. I also enjoyed connecting with followers on social media, so check me out on Instagram and Twitter at GKJ_publishing, and I'll see you guys next week for a brand new episode of Author Awareness. The vlog of the Five Kingdoms is filmed without the use of a live audience at Skyrocket Studios in Hanford, California. And we cannot build our following without your help. So make sure that you like and subscribe by clicking the subscription button above my head, and be sure to share some of these other videos off to my left with your friends and family, because guess what? Sharing is caring. Have a great weekend.